So what the veteran will receive with the brain mapping and neurofeedback is 2 brain maps, one when you get started. And this is all in-home too, which is remarkable.
Perfect.
So you get your brain mapped, and you have a brain coach, if you will, that gets assigned to you as well. And this is all free, by the way. Like, there is no charge.
Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Uniforms podcast, where we edit out all the bloopers and all the other fun stuff that we do behind the scenes. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Shannon. She's with a great company, and I found her online through social media. And I will let you explain all this here in just a few moments. But I really want to reach out and speak to you because I have never seen a company like this one offer this sort of product or service to veterans. And I think it is such a great product because I actually have one of the devices that we're going to talk about. And it's done pretty well. It's done pretty good for as part as healing and stuff like that. But we'll get into that in just a second. So, Shannon, thank you so much for joining us today on the podcast. Please give us a short introduction.
Hey, Mike, thank you for having me. Anytime that we can gather and get out this public service announcement to our veterans, it's a really good day. So, really short background on me is I'm a mom of 4. I had PTSD back when I was in my mid-30s. It flipped my life upside down. And I just had this whisper that said, don't medicate the symptoms, because then you won't know when you're healed, because you weren't born this way.
Yeah.
It was it was triggered. And so I set out on a natural healing journey, trying to figure out, like, first of all, what just happened to my life and everything, my sleep, my digestion, my mood, all the things that got affected. And then how can I get back to my former self? So I've been on this journey for 15 plus years, and about a year ago, I was approached, because of my mental wellness social media platform, by a lovely couple that my business partner, Mike, is service disabled, veteran-owned small business. He said, hey, we can get these free medical devices to the veterans through the VA. Do you want to help? And can we use the platform? I was like, sign me up, because my whole mission, my whole give back is to give to the veterans that are not feeling well, because so many don't have the answers. And even the medical field doesn't always have the answers. Like, they didn't have the answers for me. I had to go find them. And so I when I like something, I shout it from the rooftops as a public service announcement. And so that's what we are here to do, is share the good word, what's available for the veterans, because most do not even know. And then the second step of our mission, which is super important, is we know how frustrating the inside of the VA can be. So we built a team and a platform where we hold the veteran's hand through their process of requesting these devices, so that if they get pushback or kickback, that we equip them with, if it needs to be the science and the research or the legalities of their veteran rights that are promised for them through the VA, like, we equip them with all of that so that they can go in and advocate for themselves.
Very nice. Wow, that's awesome. You hit it pretty right there on the head. A lot of veterans are not really aware of all the resources, I think, that are out there, mainly because I think, like, we're in this little circle, in this little bubble, and we always talk about these few topics or these few things. And there's a lot of other resources that are out there, and we're very thankful for people like yourself and your company and what you guys are doing. And that's part of what I want to do, is to bring forth, individuals and folks like yourself, and make that more well known to the veteran community, because there's tons of resources out there. It's just, for some reason, it's not circulating as fast as going to the
wild.
VA.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that they tell you to do is you go to the VA afterwards and you just get a book of prescriptions, And there's
that's what we're trying to that's what we're trying to spearhead. You know, there's a time and a place for prescriptions, right? I look at prescription medicine like a cast. Sometimes it's really important because what it's being put in place for is to help the healing process. The problem with prescriptions inside and outside of the VA is that there's never a protocol to take that cast off. And when you leave a prescription for even like mental wellness or pain management in place for too long, what starts to atrophy is your energy, your personality, your vibrancy. So there needs to be a way to remove the cast. Or not even, you might not even need the cast, right? Like it's an instant cast. So our mission is to share the non-pharmaceutical modalities, because we know so many veterans are being over-medicated and they still don't feel good. One causes another symptom that causes another symptom. And so now they're still anxious, they're still depressed, they have brain fog, they're not sleeping well. So it's not even getting the job done. So we're here to help with alternatives that actually don't leave side effects other than feeling better, and just making them aware of what's available.
Yeah, no, I love it. So the company that you are with, I guess that you so-called co-founded, I guess, so to speak, what's the company and what do you guys do?
Yeah, so the company is called OptiVetSolutions. And we're a two-pronged mission, where one is it's a public service announcement. And as we uncover medical modalities that are available for the veterans, we share it. So I will share it on social media, like public service announcement. Did you know that you can get access? Like right now, we are helping them get red light therapy wraps for chronic pain and inflammation. There's 7 different wraps available for different body parts. Migraine stims device. So like 900,000 plus veterans suffer from migraines. Did you know that? It's like an epidemic. Are you? So it's like it's a military epidemic, which I had no idea. So we have a in-home, and all these are in-home. Some are purchased for you outright and you own them. Some are on a prescription lease so that you can have it in-home. Because another thing that is troublesome for veterans is having to make all these appointments and having to leave and go somewhere. So all these devices that I'm referring to are for them to use in their home, either to keep or on a rental. There's VR headsets, virtual reality headsets, that help with PTSD related symptoms. So anxiety, depression, sleep disturbances. We just brought to light, and now it is being offered, which I'm super excited about, is brain mapping and neurofeedback. Are you familiar with it?
I've heard of it, and I looked it up on your website, and it's pretty amazing. At least what it looks like it can do.
I'm telling you. Yeah. So it is. So I'm blessed. They gave me I'm going through my own protocol. And if you were to go out and do this, on your own, everything I'm talking about is free through your benefits. And so our website shows you how to go request these and how to advocate to get them. So you get your brain mapped, and it will show you how your brain is operating. And I'll use myself as an example, because I always like to be the guinea pig, because I always want to have the experience so I can talk about it with integrity. And so like my brain was running on hyper alert. So I'm constantly like scanning, wondering if there's danger around, when of course there's not, right? For most days. So my brain doesn't settle down. It's always hyper vigilant. So I can feel anxious. It can create focus issues, memory issues. So then they put a protocol together where the neurofeedback part of it, so it's brain mapping and neurofeedback. The neurofeedback is you wear a little cap, you watch a program on the iPad that they send you, like you put on any Netflix show or whatever, and it's programmed to help strengthen the parts of your brain that are weak. That if my brain is not doing what we need it to do to get it back into balance, the picture will get darker and the volume will go down until my brain starts to behave in the way that we're looking for, and then the picture and the volume will come back. I do nothing except for watch some Netflix. It's amazing. And
Nice.
it's like a workout for your brain. And so this is a game changer, because you can't think your way out of some of this stuff. But when we can retrain the brain with no effort other than, doing the protocol, you don't have to relive your trauma. You don't have to talk about it. You don't even have to know what triggered it. And we can get the brain back into balance, so then the symptoms dissipate.
Wow, that is like groundbreaking stuff here. And I know this stuff exists like elsewhere, but and this is what I was going back to earlier, where this stuff is not known to the veteran community, and no fault like to the veterans or maybe even the VA, but I don't think that this type of treatment plans to help the veterans in a non-drugged way is being talked about enough or being pushed enough. Like I said earlier, you go to the VA and here's a prescription for this and a prescription for that. Like this is great stuff.
Yeah. So I think that this is the beginning of the future of what is to come. And I have a really good friend who actually works inside the VA with a pretty high up position. And before even any of this started, and I used to just connect with them about mental wellness and like, how do we get mental wellness into the VA, into even our military, right? And he was saying that it is a huge goal of the VA, that there's actually a ginormous budget for it. Like, I want to say like $1 billion for non-narcotic solutions. So they know it's a problem inside there, and they have funding to help it. This is the biggest hurdle I have found through all of this process. Is it's just not great communication. That is what is lacking. It is best communication. And the better we can get the communication between the veteran and the VA and the VA and the decision makers, and get everybody on the same page, which is what we're doing with OptiVetSolutions, the better everybody's going to be.
Yeah, for sure. You touched a little bit earlier on the migraine device and the red light therapy. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, like red light therapy, I think a lot of people know about that one, but can you explain a little bit more about the migraine device, what it's for, how it treats, and then also the red light therapy?
Yes. So the migraine stims device, it's I think it's over there. I wish I had it to show you, but it looks like a little Bose speaker, and it gives a electromagnetic pulse that actually penetrates through your skull and hits the part of the brain that gets overactivated, that triggers the migraine. So it's this area back here, and it just you just turn it on. It like is battery powered, and then you just click the little things, two little buttons, and it sends a pulse to the back of your brain to calm that area down. And you can use it at the onset when you feel a migraine coming on, because anybody that has a migraine knows when that baby's coming, right? You're like, oh, here we go.
yeah. Hold on.
But it also helps to prevent future migraines. So it just calms that area of the brain down. It gets overstimulated, if you will. So it helps to calm it down. So that's how that works. And it's in home. So you can use it every day as proactive treatment for yourself. Those are on a prescription, either 3-month or 12-month. And what we're seeing is that your practitioner will renew them if you're using them and having success. It also comes with a device practitioner. So you have somebody that you can work with around using the device.
Nice. Now I have one of those red light devices, but I didn't get it from you guys, but I wish I would have gone through the process to get one, and we may even do that. But so for anybody not familiar with those, what do those actually do? And I guess for us, we felt that it was pretty effective. I have some pain here and there. My wife uses it as well, which is completely different for anybody who wants to find those on Amazon. I'm going to throw this out there because you will find some on Amazon, and literally all it is a red bulb. And that's it. It's an incandescent bulb. That is not it. Like, that's not what we're talking about here. So, Shannon, you explain what that is and what it does for us?
Yeah, it's not a red bulb. It is, these wraps are actually medical grade, and they have 4 different wavelengths to them, so that they can penetrate at the skin level all the way through to the cellular level. And all the information, like all the different wavelengths, are all on our website. You can go in there. We really wanted to make sure that the science and research was all there for everybody too, so that you could educate yourself. So I love these because when you request them, and the request form is all the information. You fill out the form on our website, you check off which devices you'd like to request, and then you will get an email and a text message from us at OptiVetSolutions with the exact ordering information to share with your VA care team. So it helps. Some of the practitioners inside the VA don't even know these are available. So not only does the veteran not, I know, I see your face. Not only does the veteran not know it's available, some of the practitioners don't know it's available. So we equip the veteran with the information in case their practitioner and their VA care team doesn't know about it yet either, so that they can learn as well. Because we are finding is like the what we don't know. And the more we know, the better we can do. And so we give you the ordering information to share with your team so that it makes it easier on your care team as well. Like we're really trying to support the whole system here. The red light wraps, they're for keeps. So those get sent to you, you keep them forever, and there are 7 different wraps available, like I said, depending on which body part. And you can request more than one, because chances are you have pain probably in more than one area. And I really, really, really love these too, because the veteran gets them for free, right? And then your spouse gets to use them, or your children gets to use them, right? So it's a family thing.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. Like I said, we didn't get one directly from your company because we got it for a while now, but they do work. For anybody who's thinking like, do these things, are they a scam or whatever? Now, obviously, they're not going to treat every condition, right? That's not like a cure-all light. But like for my case example, like many years ago, I ended up tearing my tricep in my right elbow, and it's kind of an on and off pain, and I've dealt with it for like the last, golly, I don't know, 10, 12 years. And it's just a pain that sometimes randomly comes along. Well, we found this red light wrap was it last year, and we decided, we did the research, we ended up getting one, and it actually calmed the pain down.
Yeah.
It didn't make it go away completely, but
purchase it?
Yeah, we ended up buying it through a company because we didn't know you at the time. So
you still, like, you have your VA benefits. You can go through this process and get the ones through the VA for free. There's no cost. I want to be really clear. There's no cost. You don't pay for shipping. There's nothing, right? Because I know the veterans can be cautious, right? Like, what am I saying yes to? What am I looking for? And we just want to be as transparent as possible up front. Like, if somebody's telling you that you owe them money for your VA benefits, it's not true.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there it's questionable, which is, given the veterans a real distaste for certain products and services, unfortunately, but it's understandable.
Yeah.
But you guys are the real deal. You guys are legit. But I know there's another question that a lot of veterans are going to have is that, one, okay, if this is something that I want to do and I want to try to get these devices for free and have the government pay for it, the process, we go to your website, we fill out the form. Do they then have to file a claim on their VA health records? Because right now there's a lot of talk online about if I file anything, it's going to open myself back up to being reevaluated. Do you know how that works, or can you speak on that, or how does that work?
Yeah, because a couple months ago, it became like news again, right? Like if there was something out there that if you have a treatment that heals you, that you're going to lose your rating, right? Well, first, let me just say, you don't even have to have a rating to be eligible for these devices. So that's another great message out there. Yeah, because not every veteran has a rating, and you can still request and get access to these through your benefits. They're on what is called the federal supply schedule. So anybody has access to it. And then there is also a Secretary Collins of the VA said that what is available to one veteran is available to all veterans. So it cannot be location specific. If we see it being prescribed for one veteran, it could be prescribed for any veteran. And we're tracking. This is another reason why we ask that people use our form and fill it out and come through the process, because we're tracking which VA has approved them, which VAs are giving some pushback, and how many veterans are receiving and which devices they're receiving. Because when we have that information, we're like, well, they're approving them. Like there is, no discrepancy here that like the El Paso is saying yes. So therefore, Dallas has the right to say yes, and Virginia has the right to say yes, because you can't be location specific for treatments. But what you were asking is, so will it affect your rating? Will you lose your rating? And so VA Secretary Collins has also said, first, that he's not enforcing that if you are feeling better, that he's going to go after your rating. And it does not automatically reopen or lower your existing ratings if you are not filing for an increase, a secondary claim, or scheduled for a reevaluation. So you would have to go and open up your claim to even have your rating looked at, right? Nothing has really changed. Like this has always been the policy. It's just now written down. But he's not enforcing it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely good. Again, to throw the caveat out there, that's as of now of this recording of this video, this podcast in May of 2026. Of course, as the government, things can always change. But that is great information, because I know that is the big talk all over social media about people, that have a certain rating or whatever, they don't want to lose it. And if they do anything at all that brings light towards their, ratings or their medical claims or whatever, that they are going to open themselves up for that. And that is a really great, that's a really great answer. And I think it gives a lot of people some reassurance that they can seek the help that they need without fear of.
Yes, exactly. We don't want you to be fearful. And we've helped over 1,000 veterans through this process so far. And nobody's come back and said anything about their rating being even an issue or talked about.
That is so cool. So you, okay. So
I was going to say one more thing on that.
Yeah.
These devices are treating the symptom. They're not changing the diagnosis.
Yes. Big difference, right? Big difference. It's not like, like we said earlier, it's not going to treat the underlying cause, the root cause, right? Just like the red light therapy thing that helps my elbow, it's not going to fix my elbow. It's a torn tendon, and unless surgery fixes it, it's just helping, to alleviate some of it. But that's a good point you bring. Now you still collecting the data and all that stuff. And you say, you guys got a phenomenal number of 1,000 veterans that you guys have helped over the last, however guys you've been doing the service, which is amazing. Do you guys have any data or insights on, as far as, I don't want to say like successes, but like the majority of the people that are getting that, like they're getting great results, right?
Yes. So yes, we get feedback from the veterans. The migraines, for an example, we've actually, we've had so much success getting these in the hands of veterans, and the veterans are loving them, that the manufacturer has had a 400% increase in their products that are being issued, that it created a supply demand that they had to like go into like hyper go, because they also weren't expecting them to keep reissuing them because the veterans are having so much success. So they thought that they'd be getting the devices back after a few months, and everybody's like, no, man, I want to keep it. So they go back and tell their practitioner, and then it gets signed off on. So yeah, so that, and then, you know, the red light wraps, just love them. I cannot speak highly enough of them because they're so easy to use. They're portable. And you know, they help to calm the inflammation that's in the body.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you have pain, your stress response is activated. Like you feel anxious, you feel you feel like I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but like you're not feeling very calm. And instantly when you put these red light wraps on, it calms you. It's soothing, it's comforting. So that helps to lower your cortisol levels, which are your stress hormones. And an elevated stress hormone is what's causing like 98% of all our disease. So when we can keep that at bay, like we're doing a great job.
Yeah, no, that's awesome because, like I said, when we use ours, we use it consistently. Like it's not a one-time thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to try this like 1 or 2 times and it didn't work. And you just like, this is like, you have to keep
every day.
Like,
I use mine every day, twice a day. It's like a little treat to myself. It's like, it just feels good. Yeah.
Yep. And you turn the heat on and it's like this warm, soothing light. And it's funny as we turn the lights off, sometimes like this big, like the whole room is glowing red. I think it's kind of weird, but it's kind of funny. But anyway, this has been great information. I hate to wrap this call up. You know, we can hop on another one sometime for more for a follow-up. But for anybody who wants to find out more about this and to get some of these devices that, you know, can help them with whatever symptoms and medical issues that they're having, what's the best way for them to get started or to reach out to your company?
Yeah, so I would just go straight to the website. It's OptiVetSolutions, OptiVet Solutions.com. The form is right on there for you that you can check off which ones you want to request. All my social media is on there. So if you want to go watch some of the videos and do deep dive on that, you can click on the website, get those. All the science and research is on there. So if you like to go down the rabbit hole reading all about the goods, like you can do that. So we have a blog on there. We have everything you need on there. And if you don't find what you need, you can reach out and contact us at any time.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. One more thing I want to share with the veterans listening. Because we knew that it could be so frustrating inside the VA, like long wait times, nobody returning your call, we hired, and everything we offer is free to the vets. We don't charge anything. We hired a veteran call team so that as soon as they fill out the form, they go on our list and they will get a call from one of our team members to just be like, hey, Mike, I saw that you're requesting these. I just want you to know that there's a human on the other end of this and that we're going to walk the journey with you. You have our email, our text number, like anything you need, reach out. And we thought that was really important so that they don't feel alone.
Yeah, no, that's a really great service to add on to the business because like you just hit it on the head. Whenever you reach out to these organizations, like you are lucky to even get an email back. And this really helps build the confidence, I think, and reassure the veterans that, hey, you're not just some floating company or just another number.
Our whole mission is to empower the veteran, to teach them their rights and to help them advocate for themselves. And if they get frustrated in the process, that they're not alone, that we're there with them and we're going to navigate it together.
That's awesome. All right. Well, Shannon, thanks so much for taking some time out of your busy day to provide us with this really valuable information. I hope that this reaches every single person, whether they're a veteran or a service member, including families, because, you know, they can use this information as well. So I'm going to do my best to try to push it out. I know we've connected on social media, but I will put all the information as far as the website and your social media handles somewhere in the video description below or down in the show notes. But other than that, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you on the next one.